Hi everyone, my name is David Taylor, and as you may know, I like to interview leading thinkers and leading action doers in the area of success and leadership, business, and of course self-help. And I'm delighted to be joined today by Ivona. Please, can you pronounce your surname for me?
Ivona Helft Wu.
Ivona Helft Wu. That's a very unusual surname, but thank you for joining us. I know you're very, very busy, and that's quite a hat, Ivona.
Why, thank you so much. You like it?
Yes. Where did you buy that?
I didn't buy it. No, I made it, David.
Well, how did you do that?
I wove it. I wove it with woving materials.
Right. How long did that take?
Oh, it's about 20 minutes. It's fine.
Wow. So that's is that your main talent? Is that your main skill?
Oh, no, don't be ridiculous. I've got lots of skills, David. I mean, where do I start,
At the beginning, just a list.
A list? Oh my goodness, it'd be too long, David. I mean, what do I not do is probably the best question. Do I help people? Yeah. Do I help as businesses? Yeah. Do I help with any problem you've got at the moment? Any issues you need to get rid of? I can help you with that. Am I an actress? Yes. Have I won BAFTA awards? Yes. I mean, the list is endless. My goodness.
And yet you have very few sort of books on your shelf behind. Do you suppose you don't need them, do you?
No, so the thing is, if I had any books, it would be ridiculous because I'm well learned myself. So these are just John's books.
John?
John's my husband. He loves
Right.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm good friends with Sir George Lucas, so he said that he could have some books. So
Okay, it's very kind of him.
yeah.
Okay, right. Let's get on track then. So tell us your background, Ivona.
Well, I've got some books behind me.
Sorry, I mean your background as in your history. Sorry.
Right. You're a joker. My goodness. My
meant to be, but anyway.
Well, I've been around the world, and I can't find my baby. Is probably the best thing to say. I'm a lady of the world. I'm everybody's girl. I don't mean in that sense. I just means that I have been around the world, and it would be wrong of me to say I'm from a particular background because I'm well knowledged in everything. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. You must find the present restrictions then a little bit restrictive.
It's a good joke again. To be honest, no, because the restrictions are only in the mind. If you have the restriction out there, that's a thing. Obviously not allowed to do things, but you can't restrict what's going on in there. If I want to be somewhere else in my mind, I'll be there. Just like that. Done. I can still help people. I can still do my job from afar. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. Goodness.
And so a remarkably lot of stuff, and you very kindly share it with a lot of people. And yet, if I may say so, you look quite young. I mean, for somebody who knows so much. I mean, I can't ask you how old you are because that would be politically incorrect, isn't it? Yeah. How old are you?
You can't ask me that question.
No, sorry, I can't ask you that. I just said that, didn't I? So how did this all happen? I mean, were you born with these skills?
Yeah, I was born this way. As Lady Gaga would say, I was born in the womb, just ready.
In the
womb.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The womb. I was ready. It's just it's a gift. I would say. I just knew then that I had this magical gift, this powers, this ability, and that's where it happened. It's just like that. Done. Here she is. How's Ivona Helft Wu, and I want to help you.
So you put a lot of your success down to your mum and your dad?
No. We don't talk about my mother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Has she passed away?
No. So it's artistic differences is probably the best. It's the best way. No comment.
And have you written any books?
Have I written any books? My goodness, have I not? That's a question. Of course I have, David. My goodness, I've done many a book. My latest one, Ivona, Myself and I, was a top seller. Absolutely ridiculous, and I only just scribbled it out in 15 minutes, and it just happened. And so there we go, major success. So
but it takes me about 2 years to write a book. Can you got any tips for me on how, in terms of how I can do it quicker?
Yeah, be better, David. So the best thing you can probably do is to just, I would say, focus a lot more is the first thing, and to be able to read it back and just know straight away this is what you wanted to do. You need to be in the zone. And if you want, I can help you with that. It's easy. You just need to call me and I help you. My goodness.
So tell me some of the famous people that you've helped, and obviously it'll be confidential what you did with them, but if any of them given permission, then please do share.
Oh, I couldn't name drop. Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, I did it. You'll cut that bit out in the edit, yeah? Yeah.
Yes, I'll edit that. Yes, yeah.
No,
yeah.
The names that I didn't say. Yeah, he had struggles after the Titanic. It was a major success for him, and then he didn't know how to sort of up it from there. He was stuck. He was like on a sinking ship, if you will, pardon the pun. And I helped him. I managed to get him from that place that he was like a mess. He couldn't go outside. But I got him outside, and the next thing, he was in the next film. I mean, look at his career now, and he thanks me personally.
Well, thank you for that. And also, you work with organisations, I understand.
Yeah. I've worked with many organisations, from the charities to the business. Well, you name it, I've done it. Skiing, yeah. I actually came first to the World Championships last year in France.
American football?
Yeah, I've done that. My goodness.
Rock climbing without a rope?
Who would use a rope in the first place? The rope just holds you back. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, we were saying. Tell me about some of the organisations you. Well, we obviously don't want to name them, but tell me what you do with an organisation.
Well, it depends on which organization you're talking about. Is there a particular one?
Sorry, you mean if I name an organization, you will have worked with them?
Yeah.
Shell.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're very oily, aren't they? Yeah, so basically I have worked with them. They were struggling with their profits. They were down. They were very much down. And I went in there and, well, basically I changed it. I changed the outlook. They had a perception that they couldn't go any further. There was a barrier there. And I said, you need to remove the barrier. You've got to imagine it like a car park. You just let the barrier up and you go through as quick as you can. Don't think about it, just go, And that's what they've not been doing. They've been holding themselves back behind the barrier, not pushing themselves forwards, not coming up with innovative ideas. There was no collaboration with each other. They were just all doing their own things. They weren't coming together as a group. I said, my goodness, you've got to get together as a group, talk about your problems, a lot like therapy, I don't have to go too deep, but you've got to be flexible. And I'm not talking like flexible in limbo, it's good if they can do the splits, that's lovely. If they can do that to each other, of course, when it's a nice party trick, also makes you laugh, but it's not about that. You've got to talk to each other, and then they can collaborate together, and then they can go, oh, you know what? We'll all move together as a team. There's no I in team, David. There is a me.
There is. Pardon?
There is the me in team, but that's another thing.
Yes. Right. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. But you are a very in sort of inspiring person. Not sort of inspiring. Sorry, inspiring person.
Yeah.
Well, Ivona, thank you so much. I've got a few things to ask, if I may.
Sure.
Because I know, can you give me your top 3 tips for organizational leaders at the moment in these difficult times? What would you say your top 3 tips are? Number 3.
Okay. Can I give you in a sentence, because I think this will be good for them.
Okay. And I have to say to anyone watching, we have never met before. We didn't do any dress rehearsal. You did not know I was going to ask you that question. Right. In fact, getting hold of you is really quite tough.
I have no idea of what you're going to ask me at any point. It's quite concerning, actually, David, to be honest.
Well, you don't need to worry. It's being recorded, so you're quite safe, and also you're not in the same location as me, so I'm sure we're fine. Where are you today, by the way?
Oh, I'm in the High Wycombe.
High
Wycombe in the Buckinghamshire.
Oh, where they filmed Midsummer Murders.
What?
It's a TV. You don't know about Midsummer Murders?
No, I know that. I was in. I was in it. I wrote some episodes. I didn't know it was around the corner.
Yes, it's very near you. Very near you. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, it's very exciting. Yes, I'll look out for that episode.
Scary. You know they're
But
based on real.
You're a single. You're pardon?
They're based on real murders.
Are they?
Are they?
So go serious for a second now, Ivona, okay? And we need you to tell us the sort of single sentence that you think organizations need or organizational leaders need to think about.
This is what I go by, okay? Vanilla Ice. He says, stop, collaborate, and listen. That is what I go by. Obviously not in that way. Maybe stop, listen, and collaborate. Okay, but it's a good way to remember. You need to stop. We're in the tricky times at the moment. We've been forced to stop anyway. We can't go out. We can't do things. The business has stopped. It's not working in the way. The wheels have clogged up. Okay, so you have to stop. You have to look around. Look at the surroundings. The next thing is you have to listen. If you don't listen to what the people around you are saying, how they might have an idea that might move the situation forwards, and listen to each other's feelings about the time, you're not going to change with the tides. The tides are changing. It's time to be adaptable. We have to adapt to the new situation. And the next thing we have to do is collaborate. Like I said earlier, otherwise, what have you got? You have to work together. And that's the key. These are the 3 key elements for any business to succeed. And it's simple, you know? Otherwise we cannot change. We have to change with the times.
Do you think that simple is easy, or do you think simple can be tough?
Now, of course, it can be tough for some. I'm not going to pretend to you that, you know, everyone has exactly the same mindset as me, but that's why I can change things in a minute. You know, I can speak to these leaders of the business and I can simplify it. Simple is simple. It's just about this. I'm not talking about my eyebrow. I'm talking about the mindset. Like I said, if you're restricted out there, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be restricted in there. Okay? Visualize, change, things will different.
And would you say the same about well-being? Because well-being is obviously a big issue at the moment with loneliness at home and no social collaboration and psychological issues alongside the pandemic.
Of course. To be honest with you, David, they're all connected. If you're not sorted and in a good place for your well-being, you know, if you haven't handled the demons that are inside, then it's going to be tricky to not take that into the workplace. Of course you're going to. You know, it's just natural with humans. And it's okay to be, you know, having a tricky time. It's okay. But the thing is, people forget that they are actually connected in the first place.
Okay, thank you. 3 quick final questions, if I may.
Sure, go for it.
What's the future hold for you?
Oh my goodness. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. At the moment, I'm writing another book, my 26th book. I'm going into a new business next week, not naming any names, but that will be the BP. Oh, no, I did it again. Cut that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So we'll be working with a business. And I will also be trying to, well, look after. I've got about 50,000 people that I'm currently working with on a daily basis, and I'm going to help them take their goals and take them to the next level. And I said I would do that within about 2 months. So I've got my work cut out for me, but that's okay.
Thank you. The second question is, other than in your mind, what is the single biggest thing that we can do in our lives to make our lives happier?
Well, you know, I think it's very simple. Again, you know, it's actually just stopping and having a moment to yourself. I know this sounds crazy, but you know, if you do meditation, it's very simple in that sense. It reminds you, but just having a nice cup of tea. You know, you sit down, you have a nice cup of tea. You just think about this cup of tea. Allow yourself that. I mean, how many times I'm sure the people you speak to, as they say, no, I'm too busy. I can't do this. I can't sit down. I have to keep working. So the thing is, in able to help yourself move forward and to be able to get out of a tricky spot, you need to stop. Maybe go and have a shower and just fill the water on yourself and just go, oh, it's just water. Oh, that's nice. I like the water. Let your mind, let your thoughts just be there acknowledge them, but just go, no, I'm not going to think about that for even if it's 20 seconds a day, David. That's the best thing.
That's very similar to the Tao, isn't it? The Eastern philosophy of the Tao. Are you familiar with that?
I actually started that.
What?
I actually was the originator, but it's okay.
Okay. And it's very much when you drink the tea, only drink the tea, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Just be at one with it. Allow yourself that. I think that's the key. Allowing yourself the moment to relax and have that for yourself.
And finally, Ivona, because I know you've got these 50,000 people to speak with today, so you're obviously very busy. What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you?
It's the funniest thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, actually, I shouldn't be saying this, but I did, well, actually, everyone knows. I was addressing an audience of, oh my goodness, about 70,000 people. And I was doing a really, really good, empowering speech about just, being yourself and just going for it. And I think I got really impassioned, actually. And I was still on the mic. I just got to the end and I was relieved. I've done it, We all get nervous. Like I said, we're all human, my goodness. The next minute, uh-oh, I let out a fart.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Literally.
Well, sharing is caring, David.
Yes. Ivona, thank you ever so much for sharing the time today. And I'm not sure what time zone it is where you are, but you probably got up very, very early. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time, David. And thank you to all of you for listening as well. Thank you.